What's going on, guys? Haxa here with another episode of Skul the Hero Slayer. I just wanted to quickly address my lack of uploads for the last few days. I've talked about it a bit in my YouTube videos, but I have been suffering with some health issues. The thing about it is like I can't go to the doctor or anything to get actually checked out. So I don't know exactly what's wrong with me. I just can't afford to go to the doctor. But I can take some guesses, and my best guess is that I have stomach ulcers. And I had a pretty bad flare-up on Monday, and I posted in my Discord server about it and told people I was taking a break from streaming. I didn't want to take a break from uploading YouTube videos, but the more I thought about it, the more I just kind of realized I probably should just unplug completely from social media for a few days. So I took 3 or 4 days off. I apologize for that, but I felt it was best. I'm not better now. Like, the stomach ulcer problem is still happening, but I can't stay away forever, and I also just want to record. So I'm here today. Like, I'm not currently suffering through it. It's like it comes and goes in waves, and it's something that I've been dealing with on and off for the last 3 months. So, like, it's just like mentally it was taking its toll on me. I needed to take a step away. Like, every time I have, like, because it's like I'll have these stomach aches that are like especially bad, where it's like, there's pretty much always discomfort in my stomach, especially after I eat. But occasionally I'll have just a horrible stomach ache. And I know there's going to be many people in the comments saying I should go to the doctor, because that's what happens in normal countries when you're sick and you need to go get help. Trust me, if I could go to the doctor, I would be. I appreciate well-meaning comments, but like, it's not a thing I can do unless it's like an absolute emergency, and I'm not there yet, I'm kind of hoping it goes away on its own. I recently started taking probiotic vitamins, which are supposed to help with like bacterial stomach infections, which is kind of what I suspect is happening. It's all guesswork at the end of the day because you can't go to the doctor. So trust me, I'm stressed out about it. I assume people are going to say like, get well soon, which I really appreciate. And people who saying I should go to the doctor, I also appreciate, because it's not like you're wrong, but this is just the reality of being poor in the country I live in, is you can't go unless it's just an absolute emergency. And even at that, it's like I won't be able to go, like I'll have to go to like a clinic or something, like something cheap, but like actually going and getting like a proper diagnosis of why I'm having these stomach ulcers and what I can do to avoid it, it's just not a thing I can do. It's stressful, but it is what it is. I don't want this whole episode to be about because like I just want to play Skul and have fun, but I just figured I'd address it at the start, and also I guess get ahead of comments of people saying the thing that I know is what I should be doing. Obviously I would do it if I could, but I just can't. But hopefully you guys, got along without me, because I know some people watch my videos to fall asleep too. So hopefully you guys have alternatives. I apologize for the hiatus. It's not a thing I ever do lightly, especially on YouTube. But it felt like I had to do it. The last time I did it is when I had COVID. And this is way worse than when I had COVID. So, it is what it is. Alright, enough of that bullshit. We're offered an omen here. It's actually an interesting omen with both of these characters. Also, I should have gotten the bone shards from the secondary skull. I forgot. But I might be playing a little bone run now that I'm seeing this. I don't have the highest opinion of this omen, but it's an interesting omen, and it's not like it's horrible. It's just hard to use. I feel like they should have made it like every 3rd or 4th ability it swaps the state that it's in, so you can actually get like real strategical valuable use out of whichever state, whereas it's kind of like random what state you're in, basically. As of right now, hang on, I gotta focus, because this is, like, the hardest this minigame will ever be. Like, it's almost free anytime else you see it, but if you see it in Act 1, Part 1, it's, like, actually, it can be challenging, it can pose a threat to you, whereas, like I said, otherwise it's free, so. Seeing that early took a little bit of HP off of me, but not enough to, I think, hurt me in Act 1, Part 1. Like, if it had taken any more off of me, though, we could have been in for some trouble. It's not like I'm out of the woods. I should be very careful about getting too confident here. We'll see if we're still going into Act... Like, if the door is here, then I would say I'm home free, but if the door is not here and it's not, we could potentially still be in some trouble. No. But also, simultaneously, yes. Alright, I guess I'm doing it. I am trying to get better at my Omen gameplay. This is, like, the way to do it, I guess. Trial by fire. We have one really good Omen down the line, and one I was about to call this Omen horrific. This Omen is not horrific. It's usable. It's just not very good. It's got a good inscription on it, but the effect itself is too hard to use. So it's like, I guess the inscription is the saving grace for this Omen. I'm basically holding on to Omen 2 for nothing. It's like I could take any number of mana cycle items and have a much better time than using this Omen, but I'm going to continue using it at least for the foreseeable future. That's interesting. That kind of changes potentially my secondary skull choice here. I'm thinking maybe I do a little bone run here. I would really like to see Menatech Gravity Generator. Or Soul Extractor, although this Soul Extractor is risky because we don't get a choice at all of who our adventurer is. I would just do anything to see the Mage Adventurer. Literally just give her to me, please. I know you want to, game. I know you do. Just do it. Do it for the content. Cleric. Not bad. Pretty good, actually. Like, she's usable. She's going to trivialize rooms, which is actually pretty handy. Like, rooms are going to be pretty threatening with Omen 2, and her Omen is like the way to make rooms pretty much nothing. So I'm not upset by this at all. Maybe I'll even get lucky. Okay, that would have been too much to see another one from there. That would have been pretty hilarious, though. Okay, that's an interesting beginning here. I'm kind of got like a hodgepodge of crazy shit that I can build towards at this point. It's like anything can happen from here. What's my damage percent? My damage percent is actually really high. Wait, how is my damage so high? Is that fake? It was fake. I don't know where it was coming from, but that wasn't my real damage. Okay, let's calm down a little bit there, Chief. Go easy on me. I'm sick. Well, I'm not actually sick. I'm just, you know, got stomach ulcers. Maybe that is considered a sickness. It probably is. Also, I didn't even think about my Neurolepsis flask, actually. I wasn't even considering that as, like, synergy for Warrior Steel Mace. Let's grab this. Very rarely will I take this item, but, like, it has, like, both two inscriptions I'm focusing right now. What is this run going to end up being? I don't know. This is a very weird run to start off with. Could be like a ability-focused run, but then again, we have Little Bone. But I can commit more to the Alchemist than the Little Bone if I really want to. But I can do both. What's stopping me from doing both? Just taking it a little sleazy there. You know how it goes. One thing I know for a fact I'm not doing is building Relic 4. I've slowly but surely come to the opinion that Relic 4 got giga nerfed. I remember when I first played a Relic 4 run, I said it got like giga buffed. But like, it seems like a pretty big nerf that they gave to it. Also, we can take this, which I think means if I'm not building into Relic, I don't want this. I want Revenge. But then if I have this and Revenge, it's kind of redundant, huh? We still got items up here to look for. Oh my god. Hang on, hold the phone. Now I don't need that. I can buy Revenge. Wish I would have looked up there first. But yeah, okay. This is how you build around the Cleric's Chosen Bible. Is this an item I still want to throw away? I guess I do, I suppose. This is a way to sustain Omen 2 also. Like, Relic 4 is just, like, ridiculous. I don't think I need to convince anyone of that. It's, like, the most beginner-friendly thing in the game. If you're struggling with getting your first DM runs and victories and stuff, try Revenge 2 runs. Don't try Revenge 4 because it's broken. It's currently, like, literally just non-functional. I remember I pointed out the bug to the devs and they never fixed it, so blame the devs. But, like, it is non-functional. It will make your run weaker, not stronger. So don't go to Revenge 4. But yeah, Revenge is, like, ridiculously overpowered. Like, have fun with it. I'm certainly going to have fun with it. Like, whenever I have Revenge 2, I kind of feel like my run is, like, on rails. Although I probably should be careful about getting too confident. If that was Kaboom, I would have highly considered it. Actually, Kaboom with Alchemist seems really, really good. I'm on the low tempted to look for Kaboom Bomber. Like, pretty hard. Maybe the next Kaboom or Bomber I see, I keep. And even if it doesn't have Kaboom, and look for Kaboom. I do want to do a little bone run, though. Artifact Omen, potentially better than the Metacycle Omen. I mean, it is just better than the Metacycle Omen. If I'm going Omen 2, I'm going to take this, actually. This Omen's pretty good. I think it's slept on a little bit. Like, both Arms and Artifact Omen people don't seem to like very much, but I like them. I think they're, like, A-tier Omens. It should do pretty well against Yggdrasil. Man, I just want to swap as much as possible to get as many stun procs as possible. Alright, Yggdrasil. You have met your match, bozo. Being out as Little Bone is just like worse right now than being out as Alchemist, but it still makes sense to swap so I can get the flasks on the Alchemist swap flask. I did that so incorrectly and still somehow avoided taking damage. There's like a nice rhythm that you can do with that attack that makes it really easy to dodge. But I fucked that up so hard. And with Omen 2, I need to be very careful about making stupid ass mistakes. Pretty shitty chest. This is good though. Like this is like a way to get down the Little Bone path, which I still want to do. So let me just double check. Okay, like no Medusa or anything, so we'll just take this. Guess I'll get rid of this, which loses me treasure, but treasure's a luxury. Even though it's a really nice luxury, it still is a luxury. Aging? That's pretty good. Definitely makes my skills weaker, but only about 15. It's not that bad. I'll take it. I'll even take this, and Bloodfest is a no-go. Start taking Go-Getter. Because this is definitely going to end up a Go-Getter run if I continue down this current path I'm on. I didn't even take Old Reliable. You guys proud? Make Neurolepsis on 1. It's like the only thing I don't like about the Alchemist, but I talk about that plenty. You guys have heard me complain about the way it swaps from one side to the other innumerable times. Alright, good start to Act 2. It's like the run's so strong, the Priestess Legendary isn't even like sure, it's good. Don't get me wrong. Don't get it twisted, okay? It's helping. But we don't need it. Like, we'd be slaying even without it. Sure. I guess we got some major physical damage stuff happening now, which of course means that I want to, I guess, grab this. But it doesn't build towards my inscriptions. It builds towards my execute. I currently have Artifact 3. Artifact, Artifact, Artifact. I like all of these items. We can get rid of this. Buy Wisdom on the pedestal. What is this? Oh, Revenge. Right. Live Weasel's up there, but I don't care for it. Do a little refreshing. That'll do. Take the 1 charge. Pretty good shop, I would say. I definitely want to go Artifact 4. But like, we got some mixed damage shenanigans going here. One item I'm humbly asking the game for is give me Manatech Gravity Generator, please. Ah! Why did I watch that happen? Thank God for Revenge. Manatech Gravity Generator now. I demand it. I no longer humbly ask. It's mine. I earned it. That's like the item. I would take that over any legendary. Literally anything you could think of. Like Haxa, but about X or Y? No. Pot of Greed? No. Manatech Gravity Generator now. Yesterday even. God, we are just tearing it up. That's the Priestess Legendary for you. It's pretty good. And in this run, it's even going to be good against bosses because of Revenge. Normally, it's like, it's good, but it falls off against bosses. Not here. There you are, you elusive devil, you. Where were you earlier? Get her. It's like, oh no, minus 15%. My skills are now unusable. As you can see, that fucking golem did nothing. I would have been so sad if the min-max happened there. She died to like the golem. Normally I'd be upset about not getting any... Ooh. No. Oh, but it's bludgeon though. What if I built into stun a little bit, you know? Just a wee little bit of stun action. No. I'm strong. I'm strong. That was very hard of me. I hope you guys appreciate how hard that was. It's like we have the Warrior Steel Mace. Bludgeon was right there, and I said no. You guys have seen the Warrior Steel Mace in action. It's been a while since you've seen Lil Bone in action. Although the Warrior Steel Mace very likely is going to stay for this entire run. Also, let me not die here. Although I do have some Death Defiance. It's not very good Death Defiance, and I'd rather not be put in that predicament, so... Just leave me be. Spare me. I should have checked for surprise knives there. Because then I would have at least had, like, the decision-making of, like, do I want that or not? I didn't even think about it. We have no abilities to swap. We have Neurolepsis, which is the best flask for anyone who's curious. The best flask is Neurolepsis. Still let her out of her cage, though, for the min-max. Gives you higher chances to see the slime. But we don't need her. Now I don't even know what I want. Manatech Gravity Generator, still. This is great, actually. Pretty much perfect. Do I have Courage 2? I do not have Courage 2, do I? No, I don't. In that case, this can go, right? Or... No. That's my art. Wait, no, because then I can get rid of Artifact 3, keep my Wisdom 2, and get Courage 2, right? Yeah, okay, that's the play. Even though it loses some skill cooldown, which isn't ideal. I'm having second thoughts. It's like I could get rid of the Omen too, but I don't want to do that. So fuck it. We ball. Oh my god. What? Is that real? That has to be being boosted by something. It looks real. How? Where's that coming from? It's real. What? So we have a big collection desire. Wisdom 2 and Artifact 2. I don't know. Any knowers? There's gotta be some math geniuses out there. Even some math novices. We accept math novices in this community. I already have 100 bone shards. What is this run? So it's real. Okay, wait, this is a Dark Elite. Oh, it's a plate armor. Get down here now. Respect her because I am at 75 and I don't want to be at 75. I want to be at 100. Or I mean, I'm at 70. I want to be at 75. Alright, beautiful. Except all these fucking commons. How many commons have I seen on this run this late into the run? Be gone. Like, that's just not right. I'm trying to high roll Omega high roll here, you know, like the Giga Omega high roll you've ever seen in your life. That's what I'm trying to do here today. And I don't think that's asking too much. Call me selfish. But I think I deserve it. Alright. Yeah, just everyone up here just died off screen. I wasn't even paying attention. This Leona should be fine. It's still a scary prospect. It's just Leona sisters being Leona sisters, but I think I should be fine. It's going to be hard to have any finesse here. I have way too many like effects. So there's going to be some lingering damage that's probably going to kill one of the sisters. The best shot I think I have here of doing the right thing is killing them both at the same time equally. That was a mistake. Whoops. Respect. Perhaps I try not to deal really much damage at all to her here, and then I can get away with it. That is... I'm doing the opposite of what I just said. She is going to die. And she's alive somehow. Okay, go away, sister. Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's so lucky. That's insanely lucky. She's going to have, I think, maybe around exactly half HP here. Yep. That's a Leona sister fight. All right. That's what's up. That's how you do it. That is how it's done. Easy peasy. Probably nothing good in this. I stand corrected. Now this can go, right? Although it's worse for my inscriptions. Do I have antique? No, I don't. Okay. I definitely still take this. I could get rid of this. No. Everything's pointing to getting rid of this, but my Neurolepsis flask is like 100% staying. This could go? Yeah, this can go. What an odd little bone run so far. This is not normally how you build this skull. Although I still think he'll be quite good here. Cracked tongue? Wait, what does that do again? Oh yeah, it's like the opposite of what we want. Yeah. We definitely don't want that. This little bone might still pop off. This is like enormous damage percent. But it's physical damage. I still need Manatech Gravity Generator. I would get rid of this for Manatech Gravity Generator for sure. Or, no, I'd get rid of this. I don't know if getting rid of the Mage's Necklace was the right thing there. If I see a bone, mana bone. Bone of mana. But mana bone's what it used to be called. But if I see that, then I'll have a very hard decision to make. I think that'll just come down to getting rid of this and changing my pedestal to courage instead of wisdom. Oh, no. Getting rid of this and doing that. Hang on, I gotta focus. Is this a skull room? If I saw a dupe here, I wouldn't even know what to do. I would definitely take the dupe, but it would kind of be a little unfortunate. All right. Unique, I think, is decent odds for a dupe. We'll see what comes out of this. I think the highest odds are is a rare. Yeah, rare. Okay, well, that's that. Fine by me. I like the run we're on right now. That's a lot of bone shards, at least. Also, my little bone is phenomenally weak without Bone of Mana. Turns out, who would have thought it, that little bone needs like ability activation items to be good. But I think we'll get those back. Like I have confidence that we will. One item we could get that could make my little bone good is Quindant of Sadism. I just thought of that. What if we got the Quindant? That'd be pretty fucking good. Quindant, where are you? It'd also be really good on my Alchemist, too. Just saying. We don't need that. It would give me treasure, but I'm just such a sucker for the freaking Warrior Steel Mace. I think it's one of the most slept on items in all of Skul. Just give me the Medusa already. We 100% take this. Now we have treasure. Now, if I see the Manatech Gravity Generator, I'll have a very tough decision to make. Do I take this? I don't think we're building the Giga Little Bone Run, so... Although, even then, it's still really good. Like, it's still a phenomenal item. But I'm going to hold my Like, I'm holding true to what I know I need. There's this again. We pass. I don't pass on bone shards, though. And what's on this? Duel? It's not bad. But I'm going to take the purple flip. Pretty good shop overall, I guess. Bone shards and purple flip. Can't really go wrong there. Still need to fix my little bone, though. He is still, like, ridiculously weak. You gotta catch up, little bone, even though it's my fault that you're in this state, but we're not talking about that. My physical being so high is crazy. God, I love Warrior Still Mace. That's it. I'm saying it. It's the most slept on item in Skul the Hero Slayer. I think most people, even like decently veteran players, don't understand how powerful it is. Like, it's so good. It's so good. You don't even need to build around stun. Like, you could be doing like a non-stun run. Just see Medusa and Warrior Still Mace take it. It's like an insane combo. Only Haxa. This is like the secret Haxa viewer, like, knowledge. Be glad that you're here, and you just... You and I, we're together on this. We know. We're the knowers. Everyone else is, like, completely out of the loop. Alright. No Dark Paladin for me. Give me your legendary. I've seen you enough times. I've earned it. Stay stuck. Oh, no, they have the fucking shield. All my homies. All of them hate the fucking warrior being on the sidelines. He's so annoying. Tried to stop his ult, but I'm not that scared of his ult. Especially when I got the power of Warrior Still Mace on my side. Still, oh, that is an interesting item. Heart of the Ascetic. If I didn't have this, I would take it. But the voodoo doll makes me not want it. I'd rather have the bone shards. Still didn't get her legendary. You know, it was a pipe dream, but would have been nice. Now we full send into skill cooldown and attack speed. The more often that we can use the Neurolepsis flask, the better off we will be, so... Now, look how quick... Like, we don't even have, like a Mage's Bracelet or anything. It's just going this fast on its own. I mean, we do have aging, but still. Mage's Mana Bracelet's like a pretty interesting item that would be hard to turn down from here. Alright. I like where this run is going. Feeling pretty good about my prospects. Even on, there were Omen too. Like, I swear to God, I've gotten better at Omen gameplay. Like, people used to be like, well, Haxa's good and all, but his Omen gameplay could use some work. I don't even think you guys can say that about me anymore. I think I'm just pretty good at Omens, although it is revenge, so I should maybe not get too big for my britches here. But I've had plenty of non-revenge Omen 2 runs recently that have gone very well for me. I'm still going to say it. I'm good at Omens now. It just goes to show there's always room for improvement in the Dark Mirror, no matter how long you put into it. Get down here. Get flat or maced, not flasked, though. Although they are also simultaneously getting flasked. And the Neurolepsis flask is good on its own, but the mace elevates it to like a whole new level. What do we have here? That would be the Manatech Omen. Pass. Good Omen. I am already at Omen 2 though, and I like both of my Omens, so. If I wasn't at Omen 2 when I saw that, and I was looking for Manatech 3, which I also... It's good on little bone runs if you're doing the Giga Little Bone Run, but we are not, so... We don't need it. You can deflect that all you want. You cannot deflect the Neurolepsis, like, aura, sir. Now, I do not commend you for trying. You are a piece of shit. All right. I'm going to have to take a step away for just a moment, so I'm going to do the boot method. If you haven't watched my videos and seen the boot method, it's just like whenever I have to pause the recording. I'll be right back after the boop, so... Boop. All right, sorry about that. We're back. The boot method, it works. I'm sure people noticed this immediately. I sure did. No. We have a very coherent run. We don't need to throw it all away with that. Even though we'd get 1, 2, 3 legendaries from it. No. Okay, this is a legendary. We'd get a unique. We'd reroll our 2 good omens into potentially horrible omens, and we'd get 3 legendaries, which isn't bad, but the run is coherent. It's viable. This would literally just throw it on the chaos. I refuse. So get mad at me all you want. I'm smart. I know what I'm doing. Also, I see a phantom up there, which you don't think of it as a stun quint, but it is a stun quint. Is it a good stun quint? TBD. 2 rares. Okay, go fuck yourself, game. I see what's up. I see how it is. I'll still take the bone shards, but give me a comment so I can feel good about myself. All right, let's get my head back in the game because I stepped away for a moment. Gotta remember how this run flows and shit. It's always the problem with like getting up and doing something in real life, which I try not to do, but you know, sometimes you just gotta, so. All right, let's go over here because I'm sure they got woken up. They actually somehow did not get woken up. I'm kind of shocked. I feel bad for this little bone right now. It is not a good little bone. Something's got to give. And it ain't these things. Just give me a mana tech gravity generator. Or even just like a mana bone at this point. I would take that. That'd give my little bone newfound purpose and value. God, what a nasty segment. Thank God for revenge. Alright, Chimera time kind of seems like it's too soon, but we were in the Act 2 Part 2 shop, so I guess it's not that bad. Alright, Chimera, show me what you got. I think she's gonna get destroyed, but maybe she'll surprise me. Being out as Little Bone really just kind of pointless in a lot of ways. But it does allow me to swap into my Alchemist, which is, I guess, the reason to be swapping. Also swap shield, of course. She's unstoppable, gotta remember that. She's dead. Okay, yeah, this run's powerful, despite the lack of anything coming from my little bone, which ideally, and honestly, in fairness, it should change if the game is going to be fair to me. There has to be something I'm going to see before this run ends. Like, surely to fucking God. No legendaries. Probably one of the worst chests you could possibly see. I'm not even going to take the Quint, because it's a bad Quint. I'm just going to break a unique. That's just complete BS. Though my Leona chest was good, so give and take. No good curses. Yeah, this is not what I'm looking for. I've never taken this. I don't think you need it. There's still items I want, so it's just not good. I could take Predicted Pain, which I've been thinking about taking. Go-Getter and Predicted Pain together is quite nice, even though we have the decrease. Yeah. Let's do it. I don't take predicted pain enough. It's really good dark ability. Now we build into our damage. Or max HP. You know what? No. Max HP's for emergency heals. Let's build our damage up. There's still damage to be gotten here. Break the game even more. Let me up, let me up. I am impatient, I need to go. And then I stand there, because I just wanted to make sure I was recording. Would have been devastating if I wasn't. But at least that, remember, see it before it's too late, I guess. I placed that way too high. I see a executioner and I panic. Alright. We're out of it though. God, my little bone's too weak. He's just too weak. Something's got to give on that. Wait, wasn't? No. There wasn't a demon hunter in this room already. Ow. Thank God that we are just cruising with revenge here. God, I love revenge. What a beautiful thing the devs gave us. Even though, like I keep saying, it probably was always good, even when it was 50%, and we just slept on it. 75% is like ridiculous to the point to where I even think it could probably do with a little fine tweaking. No, I don't want to say that too loudly because the devs might hear me. It's fine as is, devs. What do you got to worry about? It's fine, bro. When we are not able to stun, our damage goes bye-bye. Okay, I already opened this. Oh, I didn't free her. Okay. Or them. I don't know what to refer this NPC as. It's fine, though. I will be breaking my Dark Tech Marvel and being on my way. I just don't trust it on this run. Ooh. Nice. Good job. I thought he was about to disappear, but he still had some fight in him. You're not the only one who can stun. Corrosive. Come on, man. Give me the fucking Manatech Gravity Generator. Or the Bone of Mana. Either one. That's literally all I need. It's not that hard. Get him. I'm not gonna even push the button. Like he's popping off. Come over here. I know you're over there. That thing has like the highest like sight of anything in this game, I think. I don't know if it's this specific demon hunter. I think it is. But like he can see for miles. There's 1 HP up there. I'm sure people would yell at me if I didn't get it, so let's just get it. May as well. What if I live on 1? Which I will live on 1, but what if I live on 2? You know, what if... That's a Cyclops. I'll take it. Cyclops is good. Manacycle Strike. There we go. Alright, that's what's up. Although this is where that hard decision from earlier... Wait, no. It's fine. It's fine. Right? I already have wisdom... Oh, no, it's not fine, actually. What does this do to my damage? Oh, okay. I think I'm psychotic enough to commit to this. This is hard to do. Could even be right to get rid of this, but it can't be, right? I'm crazy enough to do it. I think that's the play. It fixes my little bone. It makes my run stronger across the board. And Skul is a game of inscriptions. Never forget that, even in situations like that. You can feel free to disagree with me in the comments. I think it was the right play. But, I stand by it. Even though it was a hard decision. Nothing else here I want to get rid of. The only thing that even slightly makes sense is this, but that's building towards my execute. And I think it's worth building towards, so I don't know. If anything, that's what people will say I should have gotten rid of. Which is maybe the right decision. Or some psychos out there will say Warrior's still Mace, but they're completely wrong. Now that I've said that, people will say it though. Okay, that's just rude. I'll take that on the swap shield and consider that a done deal. Message received. You're an asshole. You didn't have to demonstrate. You could have just, like, told me you're an asshole and I would have believed you. God, I love the golem. Oh. I forget which patch it was that they gave the Alchemist this Giga buff. I think it was 1.7.3. It was the magic update, as they called it. Just ridiculous. Like, and the Alchemist was already very good, but it literally sent him, like, skyrocketing into S tier without, like, a shred of doubt. He's so OP these days. Who do we got? Go. Okay, I'm sorry, but I'm hyper-focusing, okay? This is the run killer herself. What even hit me there? It wasn't that? What was it? Oh my god. I'm dead. Oh, ho, ho, ho! They thought they had me. I thought they had me, but they didn't. Get fucked. God, I hate her so much. I hate her. A lot of people misunderstand what makes that fight so hard. People think it's like her ultimate, which isn't easy to dodge. I'm kind of psyched that I somehow did it, but it's not her ult. It's literally her basic attack where she shoots the 3 arrows. That's the shit that makes that fight so hard. I go back and forth on who I hate more, her or the ninja. I'm at her right now, okay? It's been a while since the ninjas fucked me over. She has fucked me over countless times. I think she's the worst. The hardest fight in the game. Not even the hero has anything like that. We're fine though, so who cares? I live. I knew she'd at least pop my my sun and moon. I'm shocked it didn't pop this. Oh yeah, we also do have this. We would have kept that. I was talking about this earlier. Remember? But then there's this. However, boink. That's what's up. All right. Now our little bone goes crazy. At least in theory. I think he will go crazy. I just have to remember to use my basic too. More stun, more freeze, more everything. What more could a little bone run? The answer is nothing. He wants this, and he wants it now. Who do you think you are? stepping up to me like that. Alright, Halfling, you stay in your cage for now. Even though I haven't seen the slime. On an Omen 2 run, you can never be too careful. I'm gonna leave you to it, sir. Enjoy your vacation over there. While I turn your kingdom to rubble. Okay, you two are a nasty duo. You thought you had me. I can see why you thought that, but no. I don't even know what I want now. Manatech Gravity Generator, but at this point, maybe we're beyond the point of needing it. Now this is exciting, but I don't think I can take it. As much as I'd like to. Let's not. Let's keep going. It's one of my favorite items, if not my favorite. I go back and forth. It's like the wheel, that, Ravenlord's Feather, and multi-dimensional prism are like all pretty closely tied for my favorites. I think multi-dimensional prism slightly wins out, but it's ever so slightly. Just in case you were wondering what to get me for Christmas, multi-dimensional prism, please. With a cherry on top. Get out of here. I don't know who you think you are. You don't have any friends. Into the pit you go. Into the pit you go. Yes. I think we can chalk this up to another run built off the back of multi-dimensional. I mean, Warrior Steel Mace. Like, it's just that good. We don't even have, like, a Quint to truly make use for it, either. Like I said, the most slept on item in Skul the Hero Slayer. Not everyone, most people aren't even aware that it's good. But it is. We also have our revive back up, but this time if I lose my life, it will take my my voodoo doll first. Because that's how it works. The order of operations changes. Which is fine by me. I do want the voodoo doll to break, but I'm not going to break it on purpose. Because I actually think we'll just break it naturally. This will be the hardest part of the run, by the way. Or at least the run going forward. Like, this is our apex challenge here. Oh, no. Fucking stupid ass Joan. I hate her so much. You made me waste my stuff. My toys. Ow. And we should be out of here. Our golem is back up too, so, you know, life is good, life is fine. Being chillin' and all that good shit. Dude, stop now. That's what I thought, Joan. She's scared, look at her. Stay there. Where are you, John? That's very rude. You should have just listened to me and stayed put. Made this a little easier on both of us. Still gonna respect you, though. We may not stop her from ulting here. We did, okay. Should have swapped to my Lulebone a lot sooner, but I was waiting on my cooldown on my Neurolepsis. So we are offered this, which is just, in most cases, a better Bone of Mana, but in this case, not. Because we have a Lulebone who is, like, so good at activating it, so I'm just going to keep what I got. Hey, break that and be on our way. That's what's up. Finish out this. Alright, I actually brought Predicted Pain along. You almost never see me do that. Wait, what do we have? Go-Getter, Predicted Pain, Collection Desire, and Aging. Pretty good, interesting set of little doohickeys we got. At least our max HP will be over 100. I think that actually counts as healing. That's cool. I didn't think it would. I think we owe a lot of this run to, of course, Revenge, but also Priestess Legendary, which made rooms very easy and simple for us. You love to see it. Priestess Legendary, thank you for blessing my run from the very start. I'll buy the Baja Blast, because fuck it. Who cares? Here's my kit. It's good. Even though we didn't see Manatech Gravity Generator, our physical isn't doing as much work for me as I'd like. It's still doing work, and that's what's up. That's fine. That's all I needed to do. It's just a little bit. Give a little bit of my love and all that shit. Actually, what is my physical doing for me? This. That's the primary thing it's doing, is the Warrior Steel Mace. Which is very important. And, it's also Cyclops. And I guess when Lulebone is whacking stuff with his basic attack. If we just had Manatech Gravity Generator, this run would have literally just gone fucking insane. It would have gone so hard. Now it's only going, like, pretty damn hard. World's weakest Lulebone run. Alright, Lulebone, buddy. Show him what you got. Show Pops how it's done. He thinks he's so slick with it. He's kind of slick with it, but he's not so slick with it. And here's why. Bring it on, little biznitch. Stay put. Right in there. Where you belong. Respect him. Woo! Still always worth respecting the hero. There he is. I did not think he would be going into his ult. Alright. Beautiful OSU. God, okay. That's what's up. Pretty average fight, but I like average because it allows me to show off my skills. Of which I have plenty. Isn't that right, Hero? You would know. Alright, Hero. Bring it on, buddy. It's been a couple days since I sparred with you, and I'm ready to get into it. Over here into the corner, please. Stay put. At least, somewhat. Oh, I thought he was going into the dash. He's not going into his ultimate here, or into phase 2, I should say. Which isn't ideal. I usually like to have him going into phase 2 as soon as he finishes his first attack pattern, but that just means we're in for the long haul here, which also ain't bad. Because I like fighting him. There it is. Lulebone's quite good at dodging this. Even though I fucked it up. That's what's up, baby. God gaming. That's what they call me. A god gamer. Ow. I'm getting hit a lot. Thank God for revenge. Okay, now he goes into phase 3 for sure. He's low enough. Yep. No meatball, which is good. Sometimes he'll summon the early meatball, and that really fucks up your dodging here. Let's see if I can get out of here with my voodoo doll still intact. We'll bone one of the goats at dodging that attack. There's quite a few goats at dodging that, though. I almost said the goat, but I stopped myself because there's better. But he's close. Be ready for a grab here after he does this. It's always possible. Not yet, but he'll immediately grab as soon as he's done with this. I guess I just let the meatball go. What? Okay, bye-bye voodoo doll. That was interesting. What hit me? Was it the meatball? I'll have to look back in the recording. I don't know what hit me there, but whatever. Just a fancy hero kill, I guess. Like something flashed in the sky. Like Lil Bone was on the verge of death. He wasn't, but let's RP that he was. He was like on the ground. He was nearly dying. You can see his like body pieces scattered here, and then a bright light just shing kills him. That's the only reason that Lil Bone survived. G freaking G's. Is there a way I can? No, I wish they would have let Lil Bone keep his double jump. Oh no, he has it. Okay, let me think. I don't think there's a way I can get super high up, is the thing I wanted to do here. Ooh! Ooh! Okay. No! Okay, it was a shitty one. I mean, it's fine. We have like this orb here. It's like, what is this mysterious orb? Oh, that's like the, that's I think the teleport particles. But it still looks pretty neat. GG's, GG's. That's what's up, baby. Another Quintet of Sadism run. At least at the very end, the Quintet came in. I don't think it was actually doing as much as I thought it was. I thought it would be working really well with Little Bones simultaneously, like using his skills and teleporting to enemies and attacking them. But it was really working better with the Golem skill on Alchemist, which makes sense when you think about it because it does like ridiculous DPS. Overall, a very interesting run. Very status-oriented. Very, I mean, I wish I would have built more around this, but this item is hard to build around, especially with Relic being as nerfed as it is currently, so. Yeah, it's fine. It was here. It was doing stuff. I just wish I would have built more around, built more around it, but I guess we'd need a better set of skulls to do that. The Quintet popped off at the end. We finally eventually got this. Without this item, this run would have been significantly harder. It's kind of unfortunate that the game didn't offer me as many options for Little Bone, like no Manatech Gravity Generator or anything. We got rid of the mana, the Mage's Necklace very early on, which I still think was the right decision, ultimately, because it would have been hard to fit here. I'm sure there will still be naysayers about Warriors. I mean, yeah, Warriors Still Mace in this run, but Warriors Still Mace in this run was literally just like the thing to do. It's like I said, probably the most slept on item in all of Skul for like how powerful it is versus what the average community opinion would be of it. It's very good. People need to use it more than they do. The omens were great. Like I said, I'm a big fan of the artifact omen, and I'm glad that I got to show it here. People kind of sleep on it and think it's bad, but it's not. It's good. Like, half of what makes an omen worth using, of course, the item effect matters, as we talked about with, like, the mana cycle omen. It's kind of like a special case, even though it's not horrible. It's a B-tier omen, but it's not, maybe it might be the only C-tier omen. The more I think about it, the more I think I could justifiably put it in C-tier. And it would be by itself, because the only omen worse than it is like the horseshoe omen, whatever the fuck it's called. The hidden blade omen, it's fucking dog shit. But half of what makes an omen good is the inscription that is attached to it, the item effect. Sure, it matters, but it doesn't matter as much in my opinion. Or if it does, actually, it's kind of hard to say that with omens because like the omen effect is like pretty much the whole reason. So I guess I'll walk that back immediately because like with omens, the inscription omen is so bad that the item effect of the omen itself has to also be worth it for the inscription that you're taking for the other, like the other inscription, the like artifact, for instance, with this. Like artifact's a good inscription. You could take any number of artifact items. The omen has to justify itself with the item effect. So I guess that's not true. I'll walk it back immediately. But still, inscription matters a lot with omens, and artifact's a great inscription. It just so happens that this item effect is good enough to also just take and tank the omen debuff with it. So hopefully you guys maybe had your mind changed a bit on the artifact omen. There's a lot of negativity around it, but it's not bad. And everything else was just like speaks for itself. Everyone likes this omen. It saved me multiple times. Well, it saved me once. And that's all it needs to do is save you once, and you're like, holy shit, I'm so glad I had that. Though my voodoo doll would have broken in that scenario, but then I would have lost my reassembly at the very end here. So you know what? Or no, I wouldn't have, because I wouldn't have. It's still good. It's a good omen. Even though the more I think about it, the more I think we would have been fine without it. Either way, it gave me a ton of damage, so fuck it. That's all that matters. 150%, that's what's up. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Sorry for the hiatus. I am hopefully back to uploading regularly. Well, unless something catastrophic happens, I feel fine for now, so that's really all that matters. The break definitely helped me. I don't know when I'm coming back to streaming, but probably not too long. We'll have to see. I just need to be very careful about my health. So I think that is a good time to stop. So I'm being careful with my health. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate y'all. And I will see you again in the next one. Bye-bye.